Next up, we have Elysium Mons by Solkrieg, featured in Geometry Dash. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happening here musically. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, become a member, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Support the channel as much as you want. And two disclaimers. Number one, this is my first time hearing this track ever, so I will be pausing a lot as I will be pointing things out as I hear them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take, so I might stumble upon my words. Whatever happens, happens. So, yeah, with that being said, yeah, there you go. By the way, hi Solkrieg. Let's see how you did. Let's go. Let's see. That is a good observation, Flavio. This image suggests there will be polyrhythms. This is a very common diagram used for polyrhythms. Polyrhythm is basically when you have rhythm against rhythm. So we haven't even started yet. Oh, it's from the previous video. So a polyrhythm means rhythm against rhythm. There are many types. In this case, this diagram represents a 3 against 5 polyrhythm. I don't know how to do that one right now, but basically it's the idea of that you have more than one rhythm going on at the same time. The easiest one is 3 versus 2. So one is going to be doing 2 beats, 1 2 1 2. The other one is going to be doing 3 beats, 1 2 3 1 2 3. And if you combine both of them, you get this really cool beat going on. That is a polyrhythm. So Solkrieg's image over here suggests and maybe foreshadows polyrhythms. So oh yeah, the LEDs, that's for jam and shreds, but that's a separate show. All right, let's see where this goes, because we started with this really cool like trickling, cackling synth. Let's see where this goes. Really cool, just very atmospheric, very ambience, giving us this. And there you go. Very subtle, very quietly, very smoothly introduced. We introduce our motif. The motif being our smallest version of the musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from, right? And we have it in this very lovely synth going on. It kind of sounds like a music box, kind of sounds like a kalimba, kind of in between. Let's see where this goes. Repetition and ooh. Okay, so now we bring the melody a little bit further forward. We bring I guess we are now playing it a little bit higher in this thing, which is basically it's a very useful way of adding more drama to it. Just play it higher in the scale, an octave higher in this case. And we start getting this really cool percussive, kind of glitchy sounding drum, almost like a drum set, right? And it's giving us a very cool, very cool beat that we can start bringing here. Because so far, we haven't really had a beat. We were having just ambiance. And the importance of having a beat can be demonstrated with this. Let's see where this goes. Oh, and we have a second thing giving us rhythm in between, giving us a secondary, but it's a lot more subtle. It's a little bit further in the back. It sounded like static at first, or it is static, and it is done kind of like sounding like a guitar riff. Really cool. A guitar riff, by the way, a riff is a colloquial term nowadays. Colloquial just means that there's no recognized academic term for it, but a riff is basically the pattern that something like a guitar or a bass will do, kind of like a motif, but more in guitar, more aimed at the rhythmic or accompaniment section. So let's see where this goes. So yeah, now we are developing the motif, adding a couple of extra notes, giving it a new layer of synths to give it new texture, and it's just building up really, really cool. It's really interesting that this is a 3-minute 40-second track. We're already a minute in, a very elongated intro. I don't have an issue with that. Very good build up, very well built up. Let's see where this goes. Because I'm interested, because with an intro this long, I would have expected like a 5, 6, 7-minute song, 7-minute track. Let's see where it goes. And there we go. We use one of the most... It's such a... Okay, so in music, when you say a cliche, it's not a bad thing. A musical cliche is a cliche because it works. A good way of delaying dropping a beat, use an audio sample. And in this case, really, really cool audio sample. And we drop the beat, still using these glitch sounds with a bass drum now, giving us a proper beat. Let's see it. Let's see it. Very cool. So yes, there are a lot of polyrhythms going on right now, and it's one of the things about dropping the beat. So when it comes to music, usually you want to have like some sort of defined structure. You want to be able to keep things consistent and everything. And in the case of solos, breakdowns, and drops, like beat drops, you are completely free. It is the rule of cool. If it sounds cool, it can stay. And it is that simple. It really is that simple. Let's see where this goes. Nice, baby. Nice. I saw it. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, and basically we're just having the rhythms going on. Yeah, the bot is delayed. Don't worry, the bot takes a while to update. And we're having this really cool, everything is kind of against the bass drum. Everything is happening in between, which I think it's side chaining, that the bass drum just sounds by itself. And then it's a really cool concept for electronic music. And then everything else is happening in syncopation. Syncopation is exactly what we're hearing right now. Everything is going against the beat. So, let's see where this goes. Okay, and now we bring back the initial part that we had. So structurally speaking, we have form. Form is just the structure of the music, right? And usually this is divided into sections. So we had the A section, which was our intro, the motif, all this kind of stuff. We had the B section, which was the dropping of the beat. And now we are in what is called a prime. Prime just means it's a variation. There's something different. Musically, it's still the same motif as we heard in A section. It's the same drum beat. We are using a different synth. We are using different samples for everything, but it is almost one-to-one the same musical idea. We're just changing what instruments are doing what, in which case this is called instrumentation. Or if you're an academic snob, it's orchestration, right? Orchestration is for actual orchestral music. Instrumentation, in this case, we have decided we're going to play the same thing. We're just going to change which instruments do what. And just the change in timbre and texture, that is more than enough to make this feel completely new, even though we are doing the exact same material. Almost exact same, like there's a couple of minor adjustments here and there, but overall it's the same idea. There's the audio sample again, being teased. Yeah, now we brought in the full variation. Ah, really cool. Editor, ideally for a video game OST, yes. And there we go! The same thing, the same idea. So yeah, OSTs, we count Geometry Dash, like stuff whitelisted in Newgrounds, we count that. So yes, same deal, even to the point of the same idea for the dropping of the beat. Instead, this time, we used a shorter sample so that it doesn't sound the exact same way, but now we are back in B prime with it, which is the dropping of the beat. What about UST? That is a gray area. I still need to think that one through. Let's see. So for now it's a no, but I need to think it through. Dropping the beat. Oh. Aniska, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. Yep, a lot of polyrhythms. Yeah, a lot of polyrhythms going on over here. And it all sounds very, very nice and syncopated, giving this whole thing just a very solid sense of pace. We have about 1 minute left, which means right about now is climax territory. We're entering climax territory, which already, like, dropping a beat is pretty climactic. So let's see where Solkrieg takes this. Really, really cool. The coolest part about this whole thing is that the chords are there. Like, there's a couple of chords being played here and there, but everything is driven by rhythm. Most of the stuff we've been having here is called non-functional harmony. The pitch being played in a bunch of these bass samples, like the whoop whoop samples, don't really serve a harmonic purpose. They don't really form part of any chords. They don't really form part of any melody. It's just the rhythm that is fully driving these things. Of course, the going back and forth between the higher end and the lower end, that does give you a semblance of melody, but it's not doing anything for the actual chord progression. And that is a fairly tricky thing to achieve when you're using non-functional on top of functional, because there are synths in the background holding a chord progression. Chord progression being, you know, what chords you're playing in what order. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see where this goes. Yep. Very similar drop. Okay. And now we enter, we go off the ramp. Going off the ramp, another colloquial term that I use. It's a colloquial term that I use. It's a very good way of transitioning between sections, making your listener feel suspended up in the air. However, this might be the outro, because we had a nearly 1 minute long intro. It stands to reason that we might have an outro just as long. So it could be that we went off the ramp, but we are not really going off the ramp. We're just leaving the song. We just left the drums behind, and now we are going to develop it out. So this could be, we could be in outro territory. Because we had a short intro before we went to the A section. Now we're doing this. So let's see where this goes. Yeah, we're just having the chord progression playing in the background, actually letting a... We're actually hearing the chord progression properly for the first time now, because the whole time it was kind of drowned out by everything else, which is not a bad thing. And now that we're getting to hear it as the outro, now we get all that residual, oh, so this is what was happening in the background. You're giving the spotlight to this. I'm amazed that this managed to fit in just 3 minutes 40 seconds. Like, this would have taken me like 7 minutes to develop fully. Really good stuff, Solkrieg. That's really good. Let's see where this goes. And we tease one more drop and we leave it there. We leave it with a tease. Man, that was awesome. Oh, that was a lot. It just stops. It just stops. It teases you with one last drop, and it just doesn't happen. You know why? Because we didn't get the sample of the guy speaking. It built up, and we didn't get it. We didn't get it. So there you go. That was Elysium Mons by Solkrieg, featured in Geometry Dash. That was a lot of fun, dude. That was a really, really good stuff, man. There you go. Once again, everybody, this has been Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, composer. My objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. If you're watching this on the YouTube archive video, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, become a member, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3 seconds, I will be linking it in the description. By the way, if you're on the live stream, you can start requesting for the final round of the day. If you're not on the live stream and you want to request a song, go to the Discord. Go to the LFA requests channel. Go follow the instructions in the pinned messages. And that's it. Just follow the instructions there. And if you want to watch these streams, if you want to catch a stream when they happen live on air, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you want to know what time that is for you, down below in the description are the Discord and Twitch with the schedules showing in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel as well. We have a gaming channel, Games Are Bastard. That's where we put the VODs of our gaming after shows that we do after the streams where we do these things. Link down below, or just search for Games Are Bastard. Same username as James R. Bastard. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. That was really fun, dude. That was really fun. Elysium Mons by Solkrieg. Really, really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.